Good morning, traders, and welcome to the daily call today, Monday, the 23rd of January. Before we get started, as always, please understand that any advice in today's session is of a general nature only, that your personal circumstances have not been taken into consideration. Okay, so what happened in the last trading session of Friday last week? Well, we had Miss Yellen speaking, but that was by far overshadowed by the induction of the new president. So it is now official. Mr. Trump is the 45th president of the United States of America. And from here forward, from this point moving forward, most analysts see the next 100 odd days as critical. His inauguration speech, which was basically focused around protectionism, and in the first hours of the Trump presidency, the White House also announced that the US will be withdrawing from the Trans-Pacific Partnership and they'll seek to renegotiate the NAFTA. So essentially the market was spooked by all the commotion. The dollar was up prior to the speech. By the end of the day, it was down. So all eyes on the next 3 months, so to speak. Let's see any policy changes, any drastic moves, and this will take the direction, it will heavily influence the US dollar. In China, China released mostly stronger economic reports as GDP growth accelerated to 6.8% in the fourth quarter. It was up from the 6.7 of quarter three. The initial benefits that were gained by the Australian dollar and the New Zealand dollar, basically these numbers faded by the end of the European session as most traders bid up the US dollar, and in the end it ended up almost giving us dojis on both pairs. So that was China. In the UK, we had retail sales come in at minus 1.9%, a little bit under. It was a very volatile week last week for the GBP, for the sterling, primarily based on Prime Minister May's exit talks, that they are not seeking a partial membership and the complete exit. So now we need to see the next key date is January the 24th, when the court will be making an announcement on the specifics of Article 50. So we'll talk about that later in this afternoon session. In Canada, we had CPI numbers coming under, retail sales there or thereabouts, but essentially the Canadian dollar had a tough week last week, mostly sparked by talks of the Bank of Canada with interest rate cuts. And as I said, as CPI came in under the forecast and retail still down from the previous month. So that's what happened in the last trading session last Friday. Time to have a look at our chart of the day. And today what I have found for us is the Australian Swissy. As you can see from my chart and its markings that I've made already, I've identified an area of resistance, okay, where the market has come up to this area and bounced off it, as we can see. All right, we are at that area again, at the critical area, and now the question remains, will we get another bounce, or will we finally break through that region and head into the other direction? So this is again, it's an Aussie Swiss daily chart that I'm looking at. Let me zoom in a little bit and let's see if we can make a little bit more sense of what's actually taking place. As you can see, this is the region of that resistance region. I'll just leave that line there, but you can clearly see here that I've highlighted for us a set of inside candles with the fractal on my higher candle, which basically it gives us that reversal price action trading pattern that we're looking for occurring at key levels. So the door is open now to basically place your pending order at the break of the red candle to essentially attempt to trade it down. Now remember, should this current candle break the high there, well then the trade is void, and then you just need to go back and cancel out your pending order, and no harm, no damage done. So for anybody who's interested, Aussie, Swiss, it's on right now. Feel free to take a closer look and take action as required. All right, so what is happening in the trading session to come right now. Monday's usually a little bit of a quiet time. We have just after midnight in Canada, we have wholesale numbers that are due at 12:30, just past midnight. And then we have also Mr. Draghi speaking on behalf of the euro at 10:30. Okay, so that's all that is on the coming event. Of course, these times are in my Australian Eastern Standard Daylight Savings Time. And as I say, as always, please feel free to contact us if you have any questions. Follow me on Twitter at ChatFX for trade setups and breaking news. And most importantly, have a great trading day. I will see you all later this afternoon at 3:30 for the full week in-depth market analysis, or you can watch this recording tomorrow for the daily call. Have a great day. Speak to you soon. Bye for now.